Hello, my name is Pablo Garcia, and today I will be discussing the individual and communal needs and values relevant to a speech. So, the difference between an individual and communal need is that an individual need regards to an individual person uh, and their needs, basically. So, you know, this has to do with Maslow's needs. So basically, every person technically already has all their basic needs met, like their food and shelter. But the higher you are on this chart, the more likely you are to be engaged in the specific situation. So it is important to meet the individual needs of the audience, or the listener in this case, since it's an individual, because it will help them be engaged. Communal need depends, or has to do with the organization or group that is listening to you, because they might have a specific goal that they have in their organization, or a specific mindset. Knowing this and what they want to focus on, or what they want to look at in our community, will also help your speech and adapt to their way of seeing things. So the audience is a very important part of a speech, because they're the ones listening to it, and they will also dictate how they take it with them when they leave. So a way to improve a speech is to gather relevant information about your audience. You need to know them, not to a personal level, but you need to have good information about your audience so that you know how to deliver your speech best. There are a few methods to this. The main one will be to use the internet. So internet research. You can search up an organization, or a school that you're going to talk to. So just search it up online. What they look for, what their values are, and how they view things. This will obviously have to do with the organization you're going to talk to, or you think about talking to, and also if it actually fits into the topic that you want to talk about. Another method would be interviewing for information. So in this case, a person may have invited you to give a speech somewhere, and what you can do is interview that person for more information about your audience that you're going to have, or about the presentation itself, how long it's going to be, what can you do, can you bring anything on stage or anything, just things like that, because they're more than likely going to be part of that group, so you can gather intel that way. The final method mentioned in the book would be to administer a audience survey. So when you give out a survey, this gives you more information about where your audience's knowledge is at, and how they view certain topics, and these topics can be about the things you want to talk about. So the questions should be objective, so that you can avoid any bias or any pressuring answer choices to the audience, which will make it easier to take. And also, it should not be too complicated, just general questions that will help you adapt your speech around your audience. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs mainly applies to the individual needs, but it's very important because it helps you build a connection with your audience. As mentioned in the beginning, it is important to meet these needs for people, because it'll help them be more engaged with you. They'll feel more, willing, just naturally willing to listen to you, and it will make them feel like they can be impacted by this speech that you're trying to give.